Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. And I have not been uploading a lot of videos very recently, but today I thought that I would share something with you, and one of the best aeroids that I love, and that is the Syngonium. So there are various types of Syngonium, and all of them have the same care, and I just want to show you how these are so easy to take care of. I have a bunch of them, and I have found out that they grow like a weed, and at the same time you don't have to put a lot of care into it. And the substrate, talking about the substrate, they would thrive in any type of substrate you give it, any conditions you give them. Depending on where you are, I'm in India right now, so where I am at right now, it's a tropical environment, and the temperature, even in the winters, this is the winter time, it won't go below 9 or 8 degrees Celsius. So for this part of the world, it's a very good climate for aeroids, and Syngoniums, being an aeroid, they love that humid and that tropical climate. But these are plants which are highly resilient, and you put them in the soil, you put them in an aeroid mix, you put them in any kind of soil mixture, they will thrive. This one that I have right now, this is the Syngonium podophyllum, and you can see that this is the normal version of the Syngonium that you generally see. This is the most common variety, and I have put this in soil, in just garden soil. I don't have anything in the substrate apart from soil. And see how it's growing right now. I mean, I've just put some sand pebbles right at the bottom so that it looks kind of good, but you can see it does not mind it at all. In fact, it's thriving. And this is not the only plant that I have got a lot of cuttings. I have created plants, that is, I've created Syngoniums from this podophyllum, a lot of Syngoniums, and I have in them in the ground actually, and they are thriving as well. So let me show you some of the other Syngoniums that I have currently. So I have two more Syngoniums here. One you can see is just the green form, and this one is called the Syngonium nauk. And this also I have in just soil. I don't have much going on for the substrate, and I've kept it that way. And you can see this one is thriving as well. You can see that it's putting out new leaves, and it's becoming bushier day by day. So like I said, they do not need much to thrive. They grow like a weed, and this is sort of, it's the same as the podophyllum, but at the same time you will see that this does not have a lot of variegation. The plant leaves, the leaves of the plant are green, and they're also called arrowheads because of the arrow shape of the leaves, you can see. So this one is the nauk, and I'll show you another one which is not variegated, but it is not that these are my least favorite, but they're like, I'm just showing you the ones which are in case if I talk about Syngoniums, I have ones which are much more preferable to me than these, but I'm just growing them just to have it in my collection, that's all. Will I buy them once again? No, I don't need to. These are growing like weeds, and I don't think that in case if I get rid of them, I will purchase them once again. But for now, I just have them, and that's the reason why I'm showing you. This one is the Syngonium bronze, and you can see that it almost looks like the nauk, but if you see the new leaves here, okay, the new leaves, you can see they are emerging and they are bronze in color, and that's the reason why this one is called the Syngonium bronze. So talking about variegation in Syngonium, there are a lot of variegation from white to yellow to pink variegation, and you will see Syngoniums coming in all sort of variegations, all sort of variegated leaves. Now talking about one of the variegated Syngoniums that you will get, and this one you might think that it's the podophyllum, the same podophyllum that I've shown you before, but you can actually see that the veins are more prominent in this one than the normal Syngonium, and that's the reason why this is called the batik. This is the one with the white venation. And this one I have also put in just soil. I mean, you can, I have another one here that you can see what I'm talking about. This one is the neon pink, and I don't know if it's the complete pink one or not. I do have cuttings of this one that I am growing in the ground. That's the reason why this is less bushy. But you can see that the soil is visible in this one. I don't have any cinder or any pebbles to hide the soil, and it's hard, it's rock hard. You will see that, I mean, there is hardly any aeration in the soil at all, and that's what I love about Syngoniums. I mean, they'll just thrive. You don't have to do much with these. So this one is the Syngonium neon, and this is how actually the mature leaves look like. You can see that they are not in an arrow shape anymore, and it's split in three. When they mature further, it will split into five. So I don't know, I don't like the mature leaves. I would rather cut them down and get the initial staged arrow shaped leaves. If I want to like grow them in like a bush, there are various ways you can grow them. Obviously you can, you know, put them on a moss pole and you can let them climb. You can grow them like a bush. You can even put them in a hanging basket and hang them as well, and let them trail. But I prefer having them like a bush, because the arrow shaped leaves are much prettier to look at. So I would not have something like this. I would prefer something like an arrow shaped leaf. Let me show you more. Now talking about pink variegated Syngoniums, there are a lot to choose from. I have a few of them which I have in front of me right now. So you can see that I have got this one. Now this may look the same as the neon pink that I showed you a while ago, but this one actually was sold to me as the confetti. I have got a lot of Syngoniums created from this one mother plant, and like the leaves are partial pink. If you have noticed, they are not completely pink. They still have that green to it, to the leaves, and that is the reason why I think they are called the confetti. Now this one I will grow the neon, and I'll compare this with the neon and see if the neon has complete pink leaves or not. But this one has partial green leaves, and that's the reason why I think they call it the confetti. I'm not sure. This one was sold to me as pink splash. Now you can see that this one has pink variegation, but let the camera focus on that leaf and you will see that it has kind of pink splash variegation, and that's the reason why this is called the pink splash. Talking about pink variegation and pink splashes on leaves, I have got another one that you might want to see, but this one was sold to me. They said that this is a milk confetti. This is not the normal pink splash, because the leaves you can see are more whitish, more milkish than the one that I showed you. That was the pink splash. This is the milk confetti, and you can see that it's more milkish and more, the leaves are more rounded, and the pink splashes are more prominent in this one than it was in the other one. So let's see how they grow. Now following the same trend, this is another pink variegated Syngonium that I have. Now this one is actually a very slow grower. This is not like the other Syngoniums that I have shown in the video previously. This is the salmon pink, and if you would believe, this is 1 year of growth in this plant. I do have other salmon pinks that I have created from this mother plant, but it's a slow grower. But you can see that the pink on this one is stunning, and the leaf shape is smaller than the other ones, but it looks very bushy, very pretty, and I would actually prefer this variegation over the other ones that I have shown in the video. Speaking about pink variegation, This is another one. Now this one is called the strawberry ice. You can see the new leaves are emerging there, and they're like completely pink. I'm not sure if the camera will be able to pick it up, but you can see that the leaves are completely pink. This sort of has partial pink variegation, and this is actually the more costlier Syngonium than the rest. Syngoniums in general are very cheap. Again, this one I have in soil and perlite, and that's it. And I have created a lot of strawberry ice Syngoniums from this one plant. This is one of the cuttings that I am growing right now, and I'm having a lot of success with this one as well. Speaking of pink Syngoniums, this one is my absolute favorite, and this is called the Absolute Pink or the Omnak. And you can see that the leaves of this Syngonium is as pink as you can get in a Syngonium. So this is one of my all-time favorites, and this unfortunately it's not a slow grower but has grown very slow for me, and I just got it as I would say it was a tissue cultured plant, and I think that's the reason why it's grown very slow. I do have another one of these as well, but yeah, let's see how it goes. Talking about pink variegated Syngonium, I think this is going to be one of the Syngoniums that's going to that I've recently acquired, that's going to become my next favorite, because this is the Syngonium tricolor, and you can see it not only has a pink variegation, but at the same time it has that white variegation in it as well. So this is a very recent acquisition, and I think I will grow this. And if you can see, this one actually has those mature leaves that I was talking about. So I don't know, I have not seen a Syngonium revert back to the baby leaves, the arrowhead leaves, once they mature. That is something that I have not yet seen in 1 year. I have been growing these plants for 1 year. I'm not very old in gardening. I'm very new to gardening, and I'll just have to find out if I can revert this back to the arrowhead leaves or not. But for now, yeah, this is the tricolor. Talking about recent acquisitions, this is again a very recent acquisition that I am loving right now, and this is called the Galaxy Panda. Just take a look at that leaf right now and let me know, what does this remind you of? Doesn't this remind you of the Thigh constellation? Yeah, it kind of gives me the Thigh constellation vibes, but this is a very aggressively growing Syngonium, and I'm sure I'll be able to create a lot of plants from this one single Syngonium. Talking about the substrate, you can see that this is actually in an aroid mix. Now, if I talk to you about the substrate, they do thrive in a lot of substrate that you give them. They can thrive in soil, they can thrive in leca, they can thrive in perlite soil mix, they can thrive in an aroid mix as well. But aroid mixes I have seen tend to be very beneficial for the roots, and they grow very vigorous roots in case if you give them an aroid mix. This one is in an aroid mix, and you can see that this is doing absolutely fine. In fact, you can actually see the roots as well. And I actually had the milk confetti in an aroid mix as well. This is also in an aroid mix, and you can see the roots. When you give them an aroid mix, I think it does, their root do better in an aroid mix than soil. But you give them any substrate and they'll thrive. They are not demanding at all, right? So in case if you are a beginner and you are a beginner with Syngoniums, it's not going to create a lot of fuss for you. But in case if you want to grow them like to their max potential, regular feeding and a good aroid mix, I think is the perfect combination. But they will not die on you in case if you put them in any substrate. It's just that should not be waterlogged. Even if you're putting it in soil, just be very careful of the drainage, and that's all. Now I have two more Syngoniums. This I'm sure everybody will know already. This is the Syngonium Albo, one of my all-time favorites because of the wide variegation that the leaves have. Very vigorous growing Syngonium. Again, I have got this in a perlite and soil mix. It's thriving. I've taken a few cuttings. I have got these growing like weeds everywhere in my garden. I've put them in the ground. They're thriving in the ground. They're thriving in pots as well. And similar to the same plant, similar variegation, but the variegation color is different. And this one is actually becoming my all-time favorite. And this one is the Syngonium aurea. Just look at those variegation, yellow variegation in the leaves. Now a lot of people do not like yellow variegation. They say that it kind of looks sick, but come on, you can't hate this. And if you compare side by side, they're the same plant. It's just that the variegation color is different. But I like this one more. Just saying. So let's talk about the problems that I have faced growing Syngoniums. And very honestly, there is very little problems that I have faced. I have actually faced no problems with Syngoniums at all, except for this one thing that I have seen, and it's, you can see I've got a green splash, and you can see that some of the leaves, they have curled up. And at first I thought that it could have been some kind of disease, but this is actually because of spider mite. Now this plant I have treated with neem oil and it's not got any spider mites now at all, and you can see the leaves are slowly opening up, the new leaves are opening up. But that's one of the problems that I have faced with Syngoniums. Well, not all Syngoniums, the ones with the big leaf, they don't have this problem as far as I'm concerned. I mean, it might be based on where you're located, but just make sure that time to time you spray neem oil on them or any kind of pesticide that would control the spider mite issue. Apart from that, I mean, they're just perfect plants. I mean, you can just have a cutting from your friend and next thing you know, in a year, you have a jungle of Syngonium in your garden. So that's it for this, guys. In case if you have liked the video, please share the video, like the video, subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell notification so that you do not miss any video from me. So that's it for today, guys. See you in the next video. Until then, take care. Bye bye.